You know what's funny to me? Well, I'm going to tell you. In our country, if we want to have a cocktail at 10 o'clock in the morning, we tell ourselves, nah, probably shouldn't. It's probably not going to be the best thing on a Monday because I have to go to work, have to parent, have to drive, all these things. If we want to have a cigarette, we tell ourselves, probably shouldn't. It's not good for your lungs. It smells really bad. I'm just gonna want more. If we want a fifth cup of coffee, we might say, do you really need that? You're not gonna be able to sleep tonight. You get the jitters. It's gonna be hard on you the rest of the day if you drink that much. You're gonna be in the bathroom. No one would say anything about that. But if you say, you know what, I'm not gonna have that cookie. I'm not gonna have that bread. I'm not gonna have pasta with my dinner. You know what, I'm not gonna have pizza, I'm gonna have the salad. Then people say, why are you being so restrictive? You should just live a little. Don't eliminate food groups. Why are you on a diet? Do you see where I'm going here? Why is choosing food for your body that makes you look and feel the way you want to look and feel, healthier, stronger, not okay when not having a drink or not smoking a cigarette or not having more caffeine or not spending money? I really want to buy a new handbag, but it's $1,000 and I really can't afford it. I don't want credit card debt right now. It's not a good idea. Every area of our life in our society, we are allowed to use our prefrontal cortex, our rational brain, our evolved brain, to make decisions that are better for our future, that are a win-win, that don't net a negative outcome. But when it comes to food, we justify, and tell people that they're being restrictive, tell people that they're being diety. It's not good, guys. It's not good. 75% of Americans are overweight or obese. Children now have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's not going to be very long before kids in schools are having strokes and heart attacks. If we don't start really thinking about the food that we put into our body and the way that we live in a more intentional way, if we don't start being honest with ourselves about what is healthy and what isn't. Do I eat crap sometimes? I do. Do I drink sometimes? I do. Do I have too much caffeine sometimes? I do. I don't ever smoke. But if I did, I don't think of it any differently than I do having French fries or having a drink or having soda or a pile of sugar. If I had one cigarette every once in a while, it wouldn't be much different than having junk food every once in a while. And that's how I treat junk food. It's a once in a while thing. Now, with my kids, I obviously don't let them smoke cigarettes, but they do have junk food. They have sugar a couple times a week. They don't eat much processed food or flour or anything like that because we just don't have it in our house. And we cook 99% of the time. We do not go out to eat and go out and order food and things like that. We just don't. And I wouldn't let them smoke. So it is different. And I wouldn't let them drink alcohol because they are physically more addicting. But I do think sugar and flour are addicting to a point. And I really think we need to pay attention to what's happening in our society, where we're beginning to criticize people for taking care of their bodies. We're beginning to call them neurotic and almond moms on TikTok. And we're shaming women particularly for what they choose not to put in their body. When before we were shaming them for what they choose to put in their body. And the bottom line is, we're still shaming women. So let's support each other to do things that are healthy. Let's support each other for going to bed early and turning off the TV and saying no to the drink and saying no to the cigarette and saying no to the shopping and saying no to the cookie. Saying no to the affair. Saying no to things that are not going to be productive for the bottom line. And that doesn't mean that we never do things for us that are unhealthy, but let's be honest with ourselves. Eating junk food is not much different than drinking, smoking a cigarette, or doing some other unhealthy behavior. And we've got to change the dialogue around this, or our children are going to be screwed. Food for thought today.